It's all very well for me as a campus-wide elected representative to be talking about your education, and I can do that on a broad way, but I can't talk about the education in your department because I don't have experience of it. And so it's essential that we have unions' eyes and ears on the ground in departments, raising issues, campaigning for students and making change.
So last year I noticed that the postgraduate study room in my department could be made into a good resource for postgraduate students, but was in a sad state since I think 3/4 of the computers did not work, and now there are 6 working myriad machines in the room and the printer, which basically means we have access to an easier way of printing our documents than going to the science library.
We're making sure that we've got more StARs than ever and we're training more than ever. We've got basic training for all StARs and advanced training if they want to have more experience in campaigning. We're giving StARs the wherewithal to campaign locally in their department by access to SurveyMonkey so that they can canvass their fellow students, and also making sure they're heavily involved in our campus-wide campaigns such as the Safer Health Centre campaign. And we're involving them in all kinds of consultations and really embedding them in the work the union does, such as the StudentChoice Teaching Awards.
We sent this survey to the students and we got some very nice results, and there we could actually see that many of the thoughts was actually shared by many students. And I believe one of the most important things that you do when you make these surveys is not just ask, okay, would you believe that it would be better to have video recording, for example, because everyone would believe that video recording would be good. So in order to try to convince the department, you have to make some control variables, trying to say, okay, if you had the choice between a coffee machine or a video recording or something else, which would you select? And there, from these kind of questions, we found that, for example, 70% would like video recording. So this was a very strong result. And when we went to the department meeting with these surveys, questions like these, where we could show how students were feeling about it, then it was clear that it had an impact.
During the course we had a very small room, so I decided to make a formal complaint about this. I asked my course director for help, and he said that he's been complaining for years, so maybe my voice would mean more. So I wrote out a formal statement writing out all the issues that we had with health and safety, as well as it hindering our learning being in a smaller room. And this issue got resolved within 2 days, so we got a new room, which was wonderful.
I think the StARs programme is something really important for the union, and I think it needs to be right at the heart of what the union does in the future. I think we need to make sure we've got StARs in every department, and these StARs are linking up with other departments in their faculties and in their wider academic bodies, so that students really have a voice at all levels in the university.